You know, the Most High God alone, He left, the world says Easter eggs. I don't, we're not supposed to talk about the name of these other gods. Just, but the Most High has left His eggs, He's left His clues as to who the true children of Israel really are. And the saddest thing is that you have a lot of these Gentiles, which are, a Gentile is anybody that's not an Israelite, right? You have these Gentiles, they know who the true children of Israel are. They know it. And the saddest thing is you have people that look just like me that don't know it. But I will say this, I've been meeting a lot of black men who've been telling me to my face that we are Israelites. They may not wear any, I don't see any fringes on their body to show me that they are Israelites, but they tell me we are this brother on my job told me this, even though he is lost in that Christian understanding of the Bible. But he said black people are the chosen Israelites. Yes. It's another brother just on my job. He said the same thing. We are the Israelites according to the Bible. We are, right? So everything that the world has been told has been a lie. It's been an absolute lie. And we are the dark horse, literally, on planet Earth. We are the dark horse. The whole world, the Christians are waiting for Jesus. And we know that he doesn't exist. That's a lie. The Muslims are waiting for the Mahdi. We know the Mahdi don't exist. That is a lie. You see what I'm saying? But we, the Idol Shy Negroes, they're waiting for Idol Shy. Well, they say Yahweh Shai. We know that that entity does not exist. But we that believe in the Lord only, we know that the Lord God only exists. And we know that his Messiah, David, exists. And David is literally walking on planet Earth right now. He's literally on the planet right now. Things are going to flip and reverse in a very, very, very prolific fashion. A lot of people, when the truth is come about, the Jehovah Witnesses are waiting for Armageddon. Well, you're gonna have an Armageddon. It's called the Day of the Lord, and it is the day where all sinners, well, most of the sinners are gonna die. Won't get into that, but the Most High has left his clues in the Bible. So let's go get some of these clues. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. If our ancestors would have obeyed the Lord thy God, we would have been bigger, stronger, more powerful than Russia, China, India, all nations on planet Earth. We would have been more richer. We would have been above Saudi Arabia. But our people don't know how to live. Our people, the number one problem that black people have, black Americans in particular, is idolatry. And when you serve these other gods, it's going to go bad for us. And all these blessings shall come upon thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field. No matter in the field, no matter where you are, you're going to be blessed. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body. Your children are going to come out perfect, no birth defects. And the fruit of thy ground, all your crops, are going to be good because you own land. And the fruit of thy cattle, you're going to own animals. The increase of thy kind and the flocks of thy sheep, you're going to have animals that you can sell and make money, right? The Bible is talking about material things on planet Earth. It ain't talking about living in heaven. This is another lie of the Christians. There is no heaven to live in. Human beings are going to be on planet Earth. The heaven is just the sky, and that's what's in the sky. Ain't nobody living in heaven, right? Blessed shall be thy basket and thy store. Blessed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and blessed shalt thou be when thou goest out. The Lord shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face. They shall come out against thee one way and flee before thee seven ways. And in other words, you will defeat all your enemies in battle. It doesn't matter if this nation rises against you, if this nation declares war against you, you're going to be able to beat them all. So we would have been the first ones to have drones and nukes, and this is what the Bible teaches. But see, we don't listen. We don't listen. The Lord shall command the blessing upon thee in thy storehouses, and in all thy setteth thy hand to do. All, whatever you want to do. Oh, you want to be an architect? Bam, you're going to be the best architects on planet Earth. Oh, you want to be you want to be an electrician? Y'all going to be the best electricians on planet Earth. And he shall bless thee in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. We had our land. The real nation of Israel is nowhere near the fake nation of Israel right now. Psalms 83 explains that. The real land of Israel is somewhere located in Africa. It has nothing to do with those imposters over there in that fake land of Israel. The Lord, so he gave us sovereignty. He gave us our own nation, our own language, our own nation. What do we got now? We've got captivity, because he said this is what's going to happen to us. The Lord shall establish thee an holy people unto himself, as he have sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy God, and walk in his ways. And all people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of the Lord, and they shall be afraid of thee. Are people generally afraid of us now? No, they're not. Nope. This is how you know you're an Israelite. And the Lord shall make thee plenteous in goods, in the fruit of thy body. We are supposed to have a lot of children, in contrast to these heathens on my job I ask these young men, you're going to start popping out babies, and they're like, I don't want a baby. She wants the baby. I don't want a baby. You're a heathen. Only heathens think like this. You are supposed to have a lot of children to serve the Lord. The children, what does it say? The children are a blessing from the Lord. You're supposed to have a lot of children, and you're supposed to want to have a lot of children. And I think that y'all talk shit about him all the time, but what's his name? From Wild and Out, right? He's got a lot of kids, and this is the way an Israelite man is supposed to have a lot of women, and you're supposed to have a lot of children, because everybody's supposed to be serving the Lord. The Lord needs servants. And so a man, Nick Cannon, is the best example of an Israelite. I believe that Nick Cannon believes that he's an Israelite, right? He's the best example. If you love the Lord, you are supposed to want to have a lot of women, and you are supposed to want to have a lot of children. And you're supposed to teach them the laws and the statutes and the commandments of God. And the Lord shall make thee plenteous in goods, in the fruit of thy body, and in the fruit of thy cattle, and the fruit of thy ground, in the land which the Lord sware unto thy fathers to give thee. Everybody else got their own nation. Everybody else got their own nationality. Here we are stuck in America, captives of the white man, and we are supposed to be having our own nation. You ever wonder why these white people hate us so much? You ever wonder why? They're like, nigger, what's wrong with you? You have God, and you keep... A lot of them know who we are. Yes. You could be on top if you would listen to God and God alone. There's videos of some of these white people saying that the reason why we are in the condition that we are in America is because of our continued disobedience to God. A lot of white people know who we are. Isn't that amazing? I've always wondered about that. You can walk past 100 black people in America, no matter who they are, and you ask them who the fuck they are, and they'll look at you like you're crazy. Who are you? What do you mean, who am I? What is your nationality? They would say, I'm an American. But a lot of these white people know who we are. Right? The Lord shall open unto thee his good treasure, the heaven, to give the rain unto thy land in this season, and to bless all the work of thy hand, and thou shalt lend unto many nations, and thou shalt not borrow. We ain't supposed to be getting credit cards out. We ain't supposed to. I have been stupid on that. We ain't supposed to be getting credit cards out. We are supposed to be lenders to these nations, not borrowing to these nations, right? And this is all the curses. The Lord shall make thee the head and not the tail, and thou shalt be above only, and thou shalt not be beneath. If that thou hearken unto the commandments of the Lord thy God, which I command thee this day, right? So you're going to be cursed. Your children are going to be cursed. You can be cursed when you're coming out. The Lord will send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke, and all thy setteth thy hand to do, until thou be destroyed. The Lord shall make the pestilence cleave unto you until he has consumed you off the land. We ain't been on that land for how long? Hundreds of years? Thousands of years? Who even knows? The time is all messed up. Right? That land is in Africa, and that land right now is waste. And somebody said a video that the land, I can't remember what part of Africa, is now slowly but surely and miraculously being restored. I saw that video. I cannot remember that video. The Lord will smite thee with the botch of Egypt, and with the emerods, and the scab, and the itch. The Lord will smite thee with madness, and blindness, and astonishment of heart. We are mad as a people. Here we are trying to be Americans. We trying to be French. We trying to be Italian. We are scattered all over the world, and we are insane. We are voting for these parliaments. We are worshiping these white people's gods. We are worshiping the God of Islam. We are worshiping the God of Christianity. You see these Negroes with crosses around their necks. They have lost their damn minds. Thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. Now this is I'm getting close to the end. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build a house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes. Thine ox shall be slain before thy eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof. Their ass will be violently taken away, and shall not be restored to thee. Thy sheep shall be given unto thine enemies, and thou shalt have none to rescue them. Thy sons and daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand. If you look at the movie Roots, this is another clue. This is to show you that the children of Israel are black people. The Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, into a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone. Wood is when you read the new Trashman. I don't even like to even read it. Their god JC was slain on a tree. He wasn't slain on a he wasn't slew on a cross. So JC is the god of wood, and that Kaaba is the god of stone. Allah, right? Our people love Christianity and they love Islam. They love, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee. All nations. So it doesn't, they don't call us Israelites anymore. They call us Americans. That's a proverb and a byword. It's actually a joke when you think about it. You shouldn't want to be called an American. You should want to be called an Israelite if you're an Israelite. They no longer call you an Israelite. They call you a nigger. That's what a byword means. I'm not going to call you by your name. I'm going to call you a nigger. This is exactly how you know. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. Look at the movie Roots. These our people were in captivity here in America, and when they had children, they would sell that child off, and they would never see that child again. That did not happen to those fake Jews over there in that land of Israel. It did not happen to them. It did not happen to them. And these curses, they shall be a sign upon thee for a sign, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever, because thou servest not the Lord thy God, singular, with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of things. For the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. See? He shall beseech thee in all thy gates. Black Wall Street being destroyed. Everywhere our people own property, the Lord took it away from them, even unto this day. Eminent domain. It's not that these white people are wicked per se. It's just that the Lord has used white people to punish us for our continual disobedience against him. This is what the Bible is teaching. Right? So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother. See, all this black on black crime, and toward the wife of his bosom, all these men deleting their women, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. The tender and delicate woman among you who would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter. That's black woman. This is talking about black women. It'll be a part two.